It's another beautiful cold and foggy morning around the railroad. It's been in the 20s up here every morning, which I know to some people are like, oh, that's nothing. Chris has got water going to the Alco, I think.
Ice and hoses. Blow it out first.
Oh, well, there we go. So, what we're going to do today, man, it's slippery. The sun is shining, but the ice is slippery. What movie is that? Today, what our mission is we are continuing with our objective of getting rid of all the clank bang in our running gear, because I hate clank bang. I hate clank bang. I don't know how guys can handle running a locomotive that's got bangs and clangs going on in the running gear and the driving box is slamming all around and all that. It's just not the way I like to do it. So today, we have this knuckle pin right here we're going to go after. In 2019, we were actually ready to go through and do a major running gear overhaul on the locomotive, and we never got to it. Inside this lock box, which I don't have my keys on me, is some almost finished knuckle pins that Chris is going to finish one of them, and we're going to get it in the locomotive so that we got this area here tightened back up, because anybody that's been watching YouTube videos of this engine will hear that it is going clanky bang pretty dang hard. And if you caught the, I don't know if I'm making a standalone video or what, but if you caught the beginning part of this video, if that's the way I go, that we did the brass, and the brass was extremely out of tolerance, and now we're doing the knuckle pin, and go from there, get rid of that little bit of slop and play. We don't run antifreeze in the Alco, so we have to drain it and fill it up every time the weather gets extremely cold. And that little spray of water out there indicates she's full. Battery's too dead.
That's what it was sounding like.
Before you fix one thing, you have to fix something completely and totally different around this railroad. That's the way we like to operate. It demonstrates efficiency. So before we can fire up the Alco to pull the 70 backwards about, I don't know, 1.5 feet, 2 feet, we have to fix the Alco first. Which means that's probably going to take us till after lunch. Great, right? Bad juju. It's all bad juju. Okay, well, let's see if we can deduce a plan B here before spending half the day working on the damn diesel locomotive just so that we can make the 70 better. So I posted to my Facebooks that diesels are unreliable pieces of, and people said I just needed to talk to the thing better, make her feel loved and all that. So we'll try that. I will scrap you down to your fucking axles, you piece of shit, if you do not start. Do you understand? This had to establish dominance, I guess.
enough of that. Yeah. She's got some slop to her.
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to be doing the first 2 or 3 weeks after we quit running.
Yeah, going through the running gear. The other side's just as bad. That's all work that we were doing in 2019 when we got shut down. We were going to do all brand new rod brasses. I hadn't got the material for that yet because we figured that we had a little bit of life left in these, but we were going to actually start making them, roughing them out. And, yep. Okay. We'll run her another weekend. Making Jack proud.
If there's any life left in the park, we're going to use it.
Yeah. Egg shape. So, this is how this works. In this part of the connecting rod, there is a brass bushing that that pin rides inside of. That way there's a piece of dissimilar metal that is softer than the pin for it to ride on, and it's sacrificial. Now, looking at this thing, y'all can't see it, but I can. It's got a taper going right here, and it's egg-shaped. And the only way to fix that is you got to take the main rod off, and then it gives you easy access to take that strap off. You gotta take the strap over to the Cincinnati, throw it up in it, and but if I remember correctly, this brass is getting pretty dang close to tolerance. There's a certain thickness that they are supposed to be per the Baldwin book, and once you get down to too thin, they can't do their job right, so you have to press them out and replace them. Chris is gonna take some detailed measurements of that thing and let us know just what it looks like. And that will deduce to us the level of repair we have gotten ourselves into. Because if we gotta take that strap off, there's a really damn good chance. Well, if we gotta take that strap off, we gotta take the main rod off, but while we're in there,
we do that brass.
which means we're gonna end up having to do that brass. We're gonna walk our way all the way down into the locomotive. So get that measured up, tell me how round it is, and then we'll go from there.
We have decided to abandon mission.
Things are.
Yeah. So what we got going on here is this is the old pin and it is worn out. The diameter here is pretty much at the bottom end of being acceptable. This is a new pin that was made in 2019 that needs to be finished. However, this brass is toasted. It is a couple thousandths away from being outside of not usable per the Baldwin spec. So instead of rigging up the new pin and then have to take it back apart to replace the brass, try that again, because GoPro's gonna GoPro. So what I was saying was that instead of putting the new pin in and machining the new pin to the hole, and then having to take it all back apart again in about a month to replace this brass, it is noon on the day before we have to fire the locomotive up for the weekend. So we don't have time to do what we were originally thinking that we were going to do because of how bad this brass is. So we've decided to put that off until after Christmas. And then after Christmas, what we'll do is we will knock all the rods off of this thing. We will tram it, make sure that the main driver is sitting where it's supposed to be in the frame, and then we will build the running gear off of that per the Baldwin spec, which is given to us in the book that we have for this locomotive. And we'll redo the brasses and take care of the wrist pin brasses, and she'll have good fresh running gear going into next year, which we will wear out by the end of December.
But if you have the resized brasses, everything will be fresh.
Yeah, everything will be fresh, and hopefully that'll get us until the 1472. And then at the 1472, what we will do is we will make all brand new brasses for it. Yay! All right, put it back together and call her a day.